Welcome back everyone to another Mesh Weekly Technicals. Looking at BTC now. Don't forget to comment and subscribe, and the 3 Telegram groups in the description below. Looking on from next week, I think all of our positions let me go down into a smaller time frame. All of our positions from last week have been hit. We hit that target level, we smashed that target level that we had at 25.3K. And we saw a level at 24.7. That was some unsuspected liquidity, but it was a 4-hour resistance that seems to have picked that up. Support, sorry. So as you can see, in the last few days, we've had a lot of buy up in liquidity, and this is the zone that I've been mentioning for a while, that it's a big monthly support. And we just zoom in here. You can see that we're perfectly confirming that breakout from the 1st of March that we had, and seeing price rejecting really nicely. We've got this falling wedge pattern that's existing on the monthly, nice and bullish. So haven't got a monthly close this week. We've got it in 2 weeks time. So as long as we can close above that key level of, let's say, 25.3K, then we should see a huge movement upwards. So I've been, as I said, stocking up on spot BTC at this level, and will continue to as well. Anything under 30K, and I've been saying this for over a year now, anything under 30K was a good price for Bitcoin. Just dig into the weekly here. Once again, that monthly falling wedge is playing out once again on the weekly here as well. And it looks like we could see that breakout happening potentially next week to the upside. So this is probably your last chance to buy at this point. I would say this is looking at some clean organic structure. We haven't got too much in the way of fundamentals next week. I think we've got UK CPI doesn't really have an effect, but nothing too much on the US side. Powell's testifying on Thursday. Maybe he says something that gives us this breakout, but let's see. If we look on the sort of the daily, you can see that falling wedge there, perfect. But on the sort of a short-term structure, we've had this print upwards. We're facing some resistance at this 26.5K level with some slight indecision here on the daily. What I'd like to see is possibly us would go up to this level at 26.8K before reaching another final retouch here at around 25.4K. So that's where you're going to be looking to accumulate as much as possible. More than likely, we should see us hit 26.8K before coming down, I would say reasonably abruptly, to this level, 25.3, because these are very high liquidity zones. On the 4-hour, you can see that where we're printing this rising wedge pattern. Actually, sorry, not a rising wedge. Ascending triangle. Yeah, so this ascending triangle pattern's forming. So what we're likely to see is this kind of a short-term pump now up to 26.8K before once again retouching here. I'm not expecting a breakout right now. It could happen, but I would say that we'll get it on the second touch. So at some point next week.